Hello everyone and welcome to our cyberground. Just a few days ago I watched a rather controversial video from YUMBLtv and heard that roundabouts are not the best option on high density roads in cities skylines. Well, of course I knew before that there are much more powerful interchanges than roundabouts, but I was completely unaware that a roundabout can be outperformed by traffic lights. That was kind of a shocking revelation to me. In my worldview, traffic lights were a thing that should be used as a last resort in extreme cases. Though I have to admit that such cases sometimes happen. Anyway, I accept the challenge and will double check the statement that roundabouts are totally useless in high density traffic areas. First, I've loaded the testing map and set the Traffic Manager President Edition settings, as in the original video. I did it just to ensure that the testing environment completely matches the initial conditions. Then I recreated the road intersection with traffic lights timed exactly as in the video. As you can see, everything is excellent. Okay, maybe it's excellent in terms of reproducing the situation, but certainly I'm dissatisfied with traffic handling. A lot of vehicles continuously start and stop, and all the delays make me a little bit nervous. According to my experience, as long as Cities Skylines game doesn't have road accidents, a Ethiopian type of traffic, free-flowing and almost deregulated, suits the best of traffic needs. Okay, here traffic lights are hardly called the load. Now here we have a typical roundabout which could be built up with the help of a roundabout builder and set up with Traffic Manager President Edition mod. As you can see, everything is moving and this is really good, but if we could see the whole picture, just look here and here and here. Huge traffic jam. It's a disaster and something has to be done. Okay, let's try curvy slip roads. Usually it helps, but obviously not this time. Increasing the number of lanes doesn't help us also, because roundabouts utilize only the first 3 lanes. I'll show you. I'll stop the simulation for a moment and remove all yield signs on entrances to the interchange. Just convert it to main roads. Sure, I will add another small change. Great. Now make it run. And it gets immediately backed up. Note, mostly clogged the second outer lane. This happens because vehicles in limited space have to cross that lane twice on the entrance and then an exit. They simply have no other option. The first lane isn't clogged because serves as quick shortcut to the next exit, and the real problems start from the second lane, which carries all the traffic going up and down. Unlucky cars manage to reach the third lane, and that's all. Almost no one has time to get to the first lane and further. Here we have probably a top of most sophisticated roundabout. The idea was taken from one of previous YUMBLtv's videos, and it is called Turbo Roundabout. Well, it doesn't look much different, but it is at first glance. I will open the lane connections and you will see. Okay. The idea is in cleverly connected lanes. So the traffic on entrance goes to high orbits of inner lanes all the way up unless it leaves the nearest exit. And then it evenly spreads across lanes on the way out. This is the most deliberate attempt to utilize the whole capacity of the roundabout. So now let's see how it works. Unfortunately, it also can handle heavy traffic. So, does it really roundabout can handle heavy traffic? So far, I haven't been able to find somewhere a working prototype. But what is the real problem of the reduced capacity? The right question contains most of the answer. Look, we have on hand a dozen of input as well as dozen of output highly loaded lanes. To process traffic from that lanes, we need the corresponding amount of interchange internal road network. In other words, we need at least 5 or better 6 lanes for the roundabout. And the question is how to utilize all that lanes. Now take a look at the following design. I call this belt roundabout, because from that angle it certainly looks like a belt with a symmetrical buckle. The idea is simple and genius. Technically it's still roundabout. The only difference is the increased number of lanes. Here we have 6 ones. And we moved half of the joints to the inner side of the loop and make connections to highways with 4 heart-shaped tunnels. At least I prefer to think that it looks like hearts. So, depending on the final destination, the cars will rush to the high or low orbit. In the same way, incoming traffic also naturally utilizes both sides of the loop. And even if one side is getting piled up, the other one is still working. The whole design is very simple and easy to build, though it required a slightly bigger area than usual. Though for high capacity interchange, it is sized very moderately. Just compare it to, I don't know, double stack anyway. And it's easy to build than the cloverleaf, for example. Just make a loop and a few tunnels and you're done. Please note that you have to use one-way roads for tunnels. Otherwise, the entrance of your connection will appear just before your exit. And this is really bad. Just handle your ways one by one, and everything will be fine. And now, let's clear all the traffic, unpause the simulation and see how does it working. Well, you should agree, it successfully coped with a high load. Finally, let me summarize the key advantages of the belt roundabout. Cheap and easy to build, moderately sized, and has double throughput on steroids. So what would be the final answer to the question, whether a roundabout is good or bad for high traffic? Well, it depends. It depends. Now I must confess, this video is not complete. Misses the subtle part of interchange fine-tuning. Without the secret sauce, the roundabout is still pretty functional, even in vanilla mode. But far is not effective as in this video. I did it just for two reasons. First, naturally I want you to stay for a while a little bit mystified and puzzled. Second, it requires a rather extensive explanation. And this would be the subject for the next video, where we will talk about how to make all road lanes filled and how to run traffic smoothly. I will also explain in detail how to properly configure Roundabout. If you are interested, subscribe to the channel, and until next time. Thanks for watching and have a good day.